Today we're catching up on Ahsoka news. What did Rosario Dawson say about Ahsoka at the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo? What made Dave Filoni have a religious experience? And why is Huyang in the new Ahsoka series? And what role does that droid have to play? And I opened my first Gentle Giant item. It's all coming up on this episode.
This is a series dedicated to the myth, the canon, the action figures, and the future of Ahsoka Tano. Welcome to the Ahsoka Chronicles.
I know Jedi.
Now, a lot of people are up in arms over what Rosario Dawson said about Dave Filoni. Rosario was at the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, and when asked how the new Ahsoka series was shaping up, she said this.
Dave saw one of the episodes glossy-eyed, and he said to me that it was a religious experience.
Now, a lot of people are interpreting this as it means it's gonna have high emotional gravitas, and yeah, maybe it will. There's a lot at stake for Ahsoka and the mission that she's on, both in finding Thrawn, Ezra, and also trying to keep a low profile from Jedi hunters. And yes, there's room for loss, sorrow, and emotional moments, but let's not confuse that with the fact that Dave Filoni has developed this character and nurtured this story from inception. Dave has seen her grown to full maturity from the page to animation cell to now live action. Does he have an emotional experience with his character? You bet he does. And some of you are saying that he should be over that emotion after seeing her live in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. Well, that wasn't her story. She was basically a means to an end to help drive the Mandalorians and Boba's story. And now, Dave gets to further the Ahsoka story in a direction that he and the character chooses. After all these years of planning, if that was your character and you're watching her in her first full episode, you would have a religious or spiritual experience as well. But moving beyond that, there's one aspect about the Ahsoka Tano show that really nobody's talking about. What the heck is Huyang doing in the new Ahsoka series, and what role does that droid have to play? In the Clone Wars animated series, Huyang was introduced and helped the younglings build their lightsabers. We also found out that he has a vast knowledge of every lightsaber ever wielded by a Jedi. And since Huyang has a database span going back thousands of years, let's speculate. Number one, he could be there to repair sabers or repair something that's vital to Ahsoka's mission. Number two, since kyber crystals are living beings within the Force, Huyang can use this to find certain individuals that Ahsoka might be looking for. And number three, Huyang's vast knowledge could bring him into the mix as either exposition or a guide to find Jedi artifacts. But as we've seen in past Star Wars installments, droids are pretty much there to do two things: save the humans and die as a sacrifice to again save the humans. It's a consistent theme in Star Wars. So if my gut serves me well, I don't think Huyang will live to see season 2, and I also think he will, yes, save the humans, or in this case, a Togruta. So that was the news and speculation on Ahsoka for this week. Let me know what you think about everything in the comments. And now, I get to open this. And I've never owned anything Gentle Giant ever. So like I've done in the past, I wanted to know the history of who Gentle Giant Limited is.
Gentle Giant Studios was founded over 25 years ago by Carl Z. Mayer. He was an innovator in 3D scanning, 3D modeling, and 3D printing, much ahead of the time before the regular industry had to catch up. The innovations weren't just for the toy industry merchandising, but for motion pictures, video games, not only bringing hyper-realism to the products, but innovating how to make them cost-effective and fast to bring to market. Starting with 1999's Fight Club, they have been a creative partner to many production houses and manufacturers, and their list of credits is impressive. They were acquired in 2014 by a company called 3D Systems that engineers, manufactures, and sells 3D printers, 3D printing materials, 3D scanners, and offers a 3D printing service. Then, in 2019, Diamond Select Toys bought Gentle Giant.
And now, let's get into opening and reviewing this Ahsoka Tano Gentle Giant bust. This is the Ahsoka Tano 1/7 scale mini bust from her Clone Wars appearance from the final Season 7. This was a limited run of only 3,000 busts. So looking at the box, it has a matte finish with the front of the box having a window looking into the bust itself in a clear view of what you're gonna get. On the back is a description of the figure, in this case, Ahsoka Tano. And on the next paragraph is a description of how they make it and that it's hand cast, hand painted, and hand numbered with a certificate of authenticity. On the sides, we see her posed, and on the bottom, legal vehicle, license credits, and compliance. Opening the box, first you see the hand-numbered authenticity card, and mine is number 1928 out of 3000. Here's a catalog with other products from Gentle Giant, and sliding out the bust, she is inside a light gray styrofoam encasement. And she has two blue lightsabers, a short and long one, and the bust itself. The bust is about 5.5 inches tall, and once the sabers are in, she spans about a foot long. It has some very nice weight, and I was not expecting it to feel like this. It feels solid, almost metallic to the touch, and I know it's made out of a resin for 3D printing, but this thing has mass. The details in the face are exactly like the features from the Clone Wars Season 7, and it's like she jumped off the screen exactly. The paint details are great and very much spot on to the animation series, and the paint application is also matching the shading and the animated style of the Clone Wars, and the hues and tones of the paint are spot on. Her saber is attached to the hilts, and when fully assembled, it looks amazing, and the expression on her face is classic Ahsoka. Now, this is my first statuette bust review, so there's not much else to review as there is nothing else to pose or modify. But for a piece of art that captures the animated series and lets you enjoy a 3D example of that, I really enjoy this. And I'm an action figure collector, so this is very much a departure for me. But I'll be very, very happy to add this into my Ahsoka Tano collection. So let me know what you think about this mini bust, and if you have one, or if you'd get one. And I'm an in-the-box collector, so I kinda wanna keep it in the box. I am gonna display it out of the box. I have to actually get a bigger shelf for my Ahsoka stuff. And when I do that, you'll be the first to see.
To help me keep creating content like this, please become a YouTube channel member. With membership starting as low as 99 cents a month, you'll get early access to videos before the public does, members-only live streams, extra entries into all giveaways, and special member shoutouts. Just hit the join button below the screen, and welcome to the Academy.
So thanks for catching up on Ahsoka news with me and helping me review this beautiful mini bust from Gentle Giant. If you found this video interesting, please hit that like button. That does support the channel. And also, please consider subscribing if you want to see more Star Wars and collecting content from me. I post videos every Sunday and bonus content like this throughout the week.
And thank you for watching the Ahsoka Chronicles, where we explore the myth, the canon, the toys, and the future of Ahsoka Tano. If you're new to the channel, check out the welcome video, or just check out the next episode. And please subscribe if you want to follow the journey. And remember, there is no shame in being a Padawan.
I know Jedi.